orange. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I guess that means it's time to start the show. Hi, everyone. Oh, I was just packing out my pens. I love learning about the Bible with you. This is the best part of my week. It's been such an amazing year, and we have so many weeks left. Walter's here. Let's go get the mail. Walter, why are you in the box again? Hi, Walter. Okay, first let's check the craft. Whoa, look at the craft. It looks like it's a watch. It says, born for such a time as this. It looks amazing. It looks like there's stars on it. That's really cool. Okay, let's check out the mystery item. Whoa, it's a ring. It looks so cool. I wonder whose ring this is. Do you like it, Walter? Wait, why is this the mystery item, Walter? You don't know? Do you know? Let's watch the preach to find out.
Hey Link, Buckle here, and I want to tell you a story about a time that I went to a theme park. But here's what you need to know about me when I was younger. I was scared of heights. I didn't like going up high. When I was younger, when I would climb trees, I would only go up a little bit because I didn't want to go to the top. But my friends would climb all the way to the top because they didn't care. They weren't scared of heights, but I was. So I went to a theme park with some friends and they had a really big roller coaster. It looked amazing, but it looked scary. Not only did that roller coaster look tall and scary, but it actually went upside down 3 times. And so I was panicking. I didn't want to go on the ride. But my friends were there and they said, Buckle, it's okay, we're with you. You're not alone. You don't have to do this alone. We will be with you and we will help you the whole time. And it took ages. We got there in the morning, we walked up to the ride, and then I chickened out. I said, I can't do it. And so we went and did a different ride. And then before lunch, we went back there. I couldn't do it. And we walked away. After lunch, we went back up and I couldn't do it. And it was in the end of the day, they were getting ready to close the theme park for the night. And finally I said, okay, let's do it. I'm ready. I can do this. And so we went to the roller coaster, and sure enough, I was brave. I sat next to my friend. We went on the roller coaster. It went upside down 3 times and I loved it. It was amazing. And so I said, quick, let's go do it again. But by the time we went to line up again, it was too late. They'd shut the ride for the day and everyone was going home. But here's the thing, sometimes in our lives, we can face things that might seem scary and they might make you feel afraid or worried. Can you think about the last time you were afraid or scared? And what else did you feel? Did you feel like you might have been alone? I remember getting scared during thunderstorms. I used to get scared when someone in my family got sick. There were lots of different things that would make me feel scared. But when I realized I wasn't alone and someone was with me, it made it easier to not be scared. And so what we're going to learn today is that God doesn't want you to be scared. He wants you to be courageous and he wants to help you as well. But we'll talk about that in just a minute.
I wonder what time it is. I love doing this craft. It was so much fun. With this one, I tried really hard. Let me show you what I did. For the words, I did blue, purple, blue. And then for the other side, I did a different type of pattern with the same colors. Blue, purple, blue, purple. For the stars, I did yellow. And then inside of the clock, I did hearts, and then I did a flower. When you finish yours, you can glue the ends together and you can wear it on your hand like a real watch. How cool is that? I can't wait to see all the watches you all made. If you wanted to see what yours looks like, get your teacher or your parent to send through a photo of your craft. It's time for the Bible story. Are you all ready?
In the Old Testament of the Bible, we can read the story about a king who was looking to find a new queen. And so he held a big search and found a young Jewish lady named Esther. Although Esther was Jewish, she didn't tell anyone because her cousin Mordecai told her to keep it a secret. Now there was also a man named Haman, but he did not like the Jewish people, and he wanted to get rid of them all. Haman tricked the king into signing a law that would hurt the Jewish people. But when Mordecai found out, he sent a message to Queen Esther and said, "You must help. Go to the king and ask him to stop this plan." But the problem was, if Esther went to the king without being invited, the king could become angry and she could get in trouble. But Mordecai reminded her, maybe God has made you the queen for this very moment. So Esther went to see the king. And when she arrived, the king was happy to see her. Esther invited the king and Haman to a special dinner where she told the king about Haman's plan. The king became angry with Haman and punished him and didn't let the Jewish people get hurt. Esther was brave and was able to save all her people. I love this story of Queen Esther because going to see the king was so scary. She could have gotten in a lot of trouble for doing the right thing, but she did it anyway. She knew she wasn't alone and that God was on her side. I love that her uncle said, maybe this is the reason that you're here. Maybe you were born for such a time as this. And so Esther went to the king and she saved all of her people. And did you know, if you ever feel afraid or scared, you can do the same thing. You can put your trust in God. You can ask God for help because maybe God wants you to help somebody else that's afraid as well. Did you know in the Bible, in the book of Psalms, it actually says trust in God. It says be brave, be strong, and trust in God. Because God knows that sometimes we can be scared, but God is always with us. And so if you're ever afraid or you feel like there's something you have to do that seems too big and too scary for you to do, ask someone for help, maybe a friend, your mum and dad, your teacher, but also you can ask God for help as well because he wants to help you. And maybe you're meant to help somebody else to not be scared as well because maybe you're there for this time too. Because maybe God wants you there, just like Esther, for such a time as this.
Wow, that was such an awesome story. I think the story of Esther is one of my favorites. And now I know why Buckles sent me this fancy ring. Mordecai used the king's ring to make the new decree. But do you know what it's time for? The Bible quiz. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question, and if you think the first answer is correct, put your hands on your head. And if you think the second answer is correct, put your hands on your shoulders. Okay, question number 1. What was Esther's uncle's name? Was it Mordecai or was it Lord Farquaad? You got 5 seconds. I hope you had your hands on your head because her uncle's name was Mordecai. Lord Farquaad was from Shrek, I think. That can't be the answer. Okay, question number 2. Which people did Aman try to convince the king to get rid of? Was it the Jews or was it the magicians? You got 5 seconds. He wanted to get rid of the Jews. If you put your hands on your head, you're correct. Okay, question number 3. How long did Esther fast and pray for? Did she fast and pray for 100 days? Or did she do it for 3? You got 5 seconds. She fasted for 3 days. So if you put your hands on your shoulders, you're right. How did you all go? I hope Walter got all 3 this week. That brings us to the end of the show. I'll miss you all, but at least we'll see each other next week. But I'm Isla, and I'll see you next week on The Link Show. Bye!